Hello and welcome back to my channel, Soul Spark Tarot. I am an intuitive medium and I use cards to help you understand and see the energies and so that I can explain it more clearly. The video that I posted last was about the energies coming up for the collective and really being able to look at our stuff and what it is that's coming up and being able to be compassionate while speaking our truth. And the energies that are coming up now are really about being steadfast in your own beliefs, being able to stand on your own, and being able to feel confident in your ability to move your life forward without having to have the beliefs of others interfering in what it is that you're doing, and without having to have the support of others if you may not have it in areas that you think that you need it. And really being able to show the Queen of Wands energy that you are ambitious and courageous in your own light and really able to move things forward on your own, however that is. And some of that means following your own intuition and following your own inner guidance and being ready and willing to follow whatever it is that you are guided to do in every moment of every day. So we're going to take a look at those energies and what that means for you. And for some of you, it means letting go of the guy that you thought you wanted, that you know really isn't that good for you. For others of you, it means letting go of the career that you spent your life building, because it's not about what it is that gets you more possessions and more things, but really what makes you happy. So the Two of Wands energy is really about a choice. It's a choice of holding on to the past or choosing to go in a new direction. And that's always the choice that we have, whether to hold on to the past and the things that we've been doing or to let them go. And what it looks like is the Eight of Swords energy. You can see she's all tied up. There's swords all around her and things in the background are kind of hazy. And the Eight of Swords energy is really not allowing your energy to flow, not releasing the things from the past that you needed to let go of in order to move forward. And the Five of Swords energy is actually showing that in the traditional tarot, it's one person being triumphant over another. And this one, you can see it kind of looks like the beings have wings and fairy-like, and they're kind of free-falling a little bit and working around the swords. So this is kind of showing that you're working around the energies rather than letting them go. So it's really about, in order to find pure happiness and bliss, the choice is to recognize where things are not flowing in your life and to really let go of those things rather than trying to figure out how to work around them in your life. The Nine of Cups then is really about a need to recognize love in your life. And any card outside of the World card, which is the completion of cycles, is showing you something that in your energy likely needs to be improved upon. And in this case, the Nine of Cups is recognizing the things that you need to change in your life. And you can see in this particular deck, there are pieces of fruit, there's a pumpkin, pineapple all around. And so some of the things that maybe need to change in your life are related to your dietary choices, the things that you're eating, what it is that you're drinking, The things that are holding you back from really feeling great are likely needing to be changed here. So recognizing that you can feel better by eating better is part of this. And the Hanged Man, you can see he's in a downward facing position, but there's a halo around his head. He's got one foot tucked behind him, and there's a bird though with a symbol, right? And you can see that is a symbol of protection and of healing. So if he would choose to right himself, to make the changes, to let go, to do things like eat healthier, drink more water, eat more fruit, then he would find the healing and the protection and things that it is that he needs. The Page of Wands energy then is, you can see in this card, the little boy is actually shouting, and there's a cat there as well. So this is about being ready to receive the messages. Are you ready to receive a clear message that you know you need to eat better? You know, instead of working around things like how you're eating, how you're drinking, that you're trying to kind of look at it differently and say, well, what do I really need to do? Are you ready to hear the message that in order to heal yourself, in order to heal some things that may be going on internally, if you have celiac disease or a gluten intolerance or something like that, this is certainly not medical advice, but we know that by drinking more water, by eating more healthy fruits in particular, will really help you shift your energy forward. The Page of Swords then is similar. It's, are you ready to step into and speak your truth? The Page of Swords is a young person coming forward with a message. And the energy here is you are being offered a way to help you improve your health, to help you improve your own resilience by simply making some changes in your life. So take this as a heated message that there are certain ways that you know you could improve your life, and that by doing that, you can easily find more happiness. I think I need to scoot these up a little bit. So it's really by recognizing and then making the necessary changes in your life where you can start to feel better. That's what the Sun card is all about, is happiness coming forward for you. Are you ready to recognize those energies? And the Ace of Wands then is really about forward movement in your life. So by making the necessary changes, by getting unstuck in how you feel, by making the necessary adjustments to your daily life, you will start to see forward movement. You will start to see that there is a man out there for you who is ready to receive, ready to receive the messages of truth that you've discovered within yourself. When you make those adjustments to line up with your true self, to line up with happiness and joy and bliss, then you can start to recognize the love options that are out there in your life. And the Nine of Pentacles is showing you that you've done work on yourself, that you've done things to start moving things forward, and you're really ready to start working into your higher chakras and your higher energy centers. So by recognizing what's holding you back, by making shifts in your life, you can get unstuck and you can see forward movement, you can see love, and you can see being ready to go into the next stage of healing and ascension for you. I'm not going to leave these out here. So the next pile we're going to look at is the Tarot of Dreams. These ones are not as easy to shuffle. So sorry for how loud that is. But the other energies that are out there of what it is in your life, what is it that you can let go of, or what is it that you can make changes for, are really the things in your life going around your career. So yes, there are ways that you can modify your physical energies, and simply by doing things like drinking more water and eating more fruit is something that I always receive. So this card looks very happy to me, and you can see that the fruit is there again in the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups energy, again, is really about recognizing the value that you have in your life, the areas that you're doing well. And when you're doing well at managing your life, then things start to move a little bit differently. The King of Swords energy is really about being ready to speak your truth. So when we look at the need to recognize the areas of love and abundance in your life, being ready to speak your truth, then we have the Six of Wands, which is really, you can see this man is standing on a balcony and he looks very triumphant and powerful and like he's celebrating. And the Six of Wands is really about rising above your challenges and emerging triumphant and reaching higher levels of consciousness. So recognizing where you have opportunities to speak more freely in your career in order to see things move forward. That when you don't speak what it is that you know to be true, that's really the opportunity, is by making the changes to feel comfortable speaking out in meetings, to say the things that you know. When you're in a career, you were hired for a reason, right? And one of those things is your own ability to recognize things within the company. So make sure you feel confident to speak those things freely, because it is by being able to speak freely, by recognizing that you can be more happy where you're at if you simply shared some of your ideas, and it may actually work out really well. The Six of Wands is a very positive card. It's about really coming out on top. Then we have the Emperor card, and the Emperor card is a strong male figure. You can see in this one he's surrounded by light and it looks like he's rising above things. So this is about rising above the challenges that are out there and coming forward as a very strong male counterpart who is willing and able to speak up for what you know, and rise above challenges. The Tower card is a pretty powerful one too. So you can see here we have two major arcana cards. So rising above the obstacles is going to help you recognize the things that really need to be let go of. So by letting go of the things and making the changes in your life, and this is really coming forward to say what you need to say. You have to be ready and willing to speak. And by not speaking and saying something that you know really needs to be said, that changes your energy in a way that is not beneficial, right? So learning how to speak appropriately, and really go within and understand that you're speaking from a place of truth and understanding, is going to prevent things from crumbling all around you. The Tower card is really about recognizing the needed changes in your life in order to prevent the universe from showing you disruptive change. So surrendering and making the changes. So I often say it's letting go of things that are no longer serving you. In this case, what they're clearly saying is what's no longer serving you is keeping quiet. What's no longer serving you is not speaking about what you know to be true. So in order to prevent disruptive change in your life, you have to be willing to speak. You have to be willing to speak to a partner. You have to be willing to make the necessary changes in your life and come forward. If it is a partner that you know that you left things in a way that weren't good for either one of you, right? Are you ready to let go of those things and come forward and talk about what happened so that you can avoid the disruptive change that the universe may deliver you if you don't do that? And it's really about knowing that you have made changes, that you have learned things, right? You have recognized who someone was in your life, and you have learned from it, and you have overcome a lot of things in your life and made changes so that you could be a better partner. You have become someone who has strength of character that maybe you weren't showing before. And you have to show that. You have to speak that, and you have to embody those energies. And when you do, then you can connect, right? When you can when you can let go of that, when you can really speak your truth, then you can have that connection. And the faith card here in this deck is the traditional Hierophant card, which is a spiritual leader. It is harnessing the energies of the heavens and the earth to move things forward, to recognize that who you were is not who you are now. And you have recognized the things that you hadn't seen in your past that you needed to see. Then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is the final piece, right? The Knight of Swords is really coming forward and giving that message. So this part of the reading is really about making the effort to show the changes that you've made in your life, be that in career or as a partner, that you have let go of the things that were holding you back, that you have risen above the things that were not working for you. You've been triumphant in your life, you have shown strength of character, and you have prevented, you can, and this is the choice point, right? You can prevent major moments by coming forward now and actually speaking. Speaking out in your career, speaking out to a past lover who maybe things didn't work out very well with. All of those are important. Then we have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is about, to me, a energy that was not beneficial in your life, that needs to be cleared. It needs to be resolved, and it needs to be released. So it's something that you were like, oh yeah, I'm going to be better. And then you weren't, right? And so if at your job you were they said, you really need to do this better. And that kind of shut you down and made you not willing to say things. Or if you realize that your behavior in a relationship was so less than what we would consider loving, right? That there's things that really need to be resolved and rectified within that. So you have to recognize that you've made changes. You have to let them know that. You have to communicate that, right? In order for the energies of these energies that were crossed, that need to be corrected, it is, again, it's about speaking your truth, right? The Page of Swords is really about that. It's coming forward with a message, coming forward with an offer. And that isn't necessarily when we talk about the relationship piece. The Seven of Cups card, and you may notice that I read tarot a little bit differently because I'm a channel and a medium. I have actually channeled all the medium or all the energies of the cards so that they make sense to me. And the Seven of Cups was one that I never really understood when I was learning traditional tarot. What I understand now is it's showing a variety of things that needed to be healed in your life. And so there was a lot of things that needed to be resolved, right? And actually communicating was one of them. But there were a lot of things. You can see the snake energy, lies and betrayal, actually having the key, which would be in some cases a home, maybe that you promised someone that you didn't deliver upon. Maybe there were holiday things and gifts, and what they were left with was a lot of things that were undesirable and a lack of you following through on the promises that you made. It might have included travel as well. And it's a need to resolve those things, to resolve your communication, and to let them know that you've let go of these things and that you are ready and willing to let go of everything else and make the necessary changes that you maybe didn't even realize that you needed to make in order to be with that person. And that's okay. And then we have the High Priestess card, and that is wisdom, right? And so when I said you didn't know, you will know. So when you finally come forward and say, hey, look, I made these changes. I made these changes in my work, in my efforts, in the way that I'm performing. I made these changes in the way that I am behaving towards a partner. I know now that that wasn't right. And I understand it's about coming forward and getting rid of these energies that were unresolved. And some of the things that you didn't know that you even needed to correct will come forward, because what I'm getting is who you need to communicate with, be that in a relationship or in your career, they're ready, they're willing to hear that message. It's all about you gaining the courage to really come forward and speak your truth. All right, there's one more that I want to cover here. And this one is about wisdom. The next energies that we're kind of going to unpack here are about clarity and wisdom and understanding and judgment and, woo, look at that. Really being able to step up to the next level of healing. And they're probably doing this as I don't like to do reversals. The next level of healing, the next level of understanding in your life, and to be able to walk into the love and light that you deserve, the love and light that you desire. What I'm getting is that what you've been doing is the basics, right? So when you're doing things like listening to tarot, it can be helpful, right? It can certainly help you on your journey. Starting to have that intention to receive the energies from the universe that you need to know is huge. So you want to make sure that you give yourself credit where credit is due, and that truly you are ready for the next step. So this is really about what is the next step. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a woman who understands things and who is working on healing. She understands the wisdom of the earth and is working to heal herself and others. And they wanted me to have this reversed because that's the part that's missing, right? Is understanding and wisdom and healing. So your next step then is the Devil card. And the Devil card doesn't mean that person that you think of as one who has the energies that are dark, what it really means is really looking for and striving for physical possessions and stuff and things and power, and a need to have a more spiritual life, right? And looking for enlightenment and consciousness. So letting go of seeking so much power and control and possessions and stuff, letting go of all of that so that you can really move things forward and be happy rather than have a lot of stuff. And that to me is the ultimate of what the Ace of Cups is, right? The Ace of Cups is blessings and your soul blessing you for the things that you've done and the way that you're behaving and the way that you're interacting with others. So what this is showing is your opportunity to come into wisdom and connection and healing by changing your course a little bit, right? And that is what the Ten of Swords is. And so by changing your course and not being so focused on material possessions and material things and being willing to walk away, you can see in this deck, the Ten of Swords is walking away, and she's following the birds and the messages that it is that she is receiving, right? And it's really about not allowing healing in the past and being fearful. And it's walking away from the fear. So recognizing where you may have been fearful in the past, to really follow your heart and to follow what it was that you really wanted, because you may have been focused on other things. You may have been focused on things like, I know that if I go to school and I do this, it'll probably make me a lot of money. I'm pretty good at math, right? But to really be happy, to really see those blessings in your life, it's about following what actually brings you joy, right? And the Judgment card is a review of your life. The Judgment card is showing us that when you look at your life, what is it that's holding you in the dark energy, and what will actually allow you to ascend to the next level and find happiness? And that's likely going to be the things that as a child you dreamt about, right? And the things that you really wanted to do that brought you joy, that you dreamed about being, whether it was a teacher or a social worker or a doctor or a lawyer or a ballerina, it doesn't matter. It's what is it that you thought would bring you joy in your life? And how can you recognize the things in your life that do not line up with your childhood dreams? And do you have the strength of character to really let those energies go? Or are you fearful of them? And that's what the Moon card is about. The Moon card is about being surrounded in fear and not being able to see the light of the moon, not being able to see the light that comes out if you're really able to recognize that there are things that you did enjoy. There are things that did bring you passion. And by finding those things, you can really change your life. And the Seven of Wands card here is coming out in reverse again, but the Seven of Wands is really about a need to bring forth things that were hidden. You can see the wands are underneath her if you look at it in the upright position, and they're trying to come up, and she's starting to go on the awakening path and find the spark within, but there's a lot of things below her that are still hidden. So That's why it came out in the reverse, right? And when you can instead change the direction, right? And release the things that are no longer serving you, the things that you were hiding from, to be able to come into a greater level of ascension and power within yourself, then you can see this is a much more joyful card, right? And the messages she's receiving is you can still find abundance around you. You can be happy, you can be lighter, you can be brighter by recognizing the things around you that you already have, right? And you've already learned so much, right? There's so many things that you know and that you're good at. You don't need to be limited by the thing that you think is going to make you the most money. Because when that's all that you're driven by, it doesn't typically lead to happiness. So it's about reviewing those things and recognizing that there are other things that I'm good at. There are other things that could bring me happiness and also wealth. And that's what the Nine of Cups is showing us. You can see there's actually a treasure chest under her, and there are cups all around her. So it's about recognizing those gifts that you have, right? And being willing to step into them, because we're getting the Five of Wands energy again. There is conflict in the choices that you have made, in the things that you have done, and that's okay. But it's about going back and reviewing those things and what you need to walk away from, what it is that you were fearful of, letting that go, releasing the things that you were hiding, and really finding the people. There are people that you have in your past that are there, that are out there, that can help you. It's by finding the people that are there, coming forward to help you in your career, in your life, move things forward. And the High Priestess card is really about connection. You can see that she has a beam of light literally coming out of her crown chakra, and that is alignment with wisdom and alignment within yourself. So in order to have alignment within yourself be corrected, you're going to need to build relationships with different people, to really look for the people that are out there that are ready and willing to help you, if you're ready and willing to find them. And the Two of Swords is really a blocking energy. And what it means is that you're blocking your connection to yourself, to the higher aspects of yourself. And that's why the High Priestess in the Three of Cups came out in reverse, is because you're able to connect at a much deeper level. But when you are blocking that energy, you end up with a darker side than you could have if you had recognized the other gifts that you have. So it's about letting go of that. And the Six of Pentacles is about balance. So it's about finding the balance within yourself by letting go of the things that you were hiding, the things that you didn't want other people to know, the things that were not working out for you. By letting go of those energies and working to correct your connection and the relationships with the people of your past who were trying to help you. Coming forward with the people that were brought into your life for a reason that you didn't acknowledge because you were trying to look for other things. So it's about looking for the people in your life that are there already, that will help you build the foundation that you need to find balance in your life in order to bring about the change that you truly, truly desire. So the fairies say what your state is now is stolen in her sleep, unaware, unconscious, and unawakened, right? And that's okay, but I'm gonna just set this on top. The unicorn and her maiden, communication with unicorn, purification, and undercover action. So it is about releasing those energies, being able to come forward with the communication, with the communication within yourself, so that you can see the ultimate outcome that you desire. And this is the three card, the three graces, is cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun. So by recognizing the people that were there in your life before, they're still there. It's just that you were choosing a different path. It's that you were choosing a path that wasn't in your true nature. And by awakening to your true nature and being open to communicating with the people from your past, the people that you know are still there to support you in your childhood dreams and ambitions and the things that will truly bring you happiness, by recognizing that, that's what shifts the energies in your life and helps you find balance within yourself. And for those younger ones that are out there that are just starting school, or for those of you that are thinking about making a change, that's really what this message is about. It's about recognizing the things in your life that used to bring you joy and making the changes and communicating the changes, and then being open to finding the wisdom that brings you balance in your life. Thank you.